I am Steve. This is Fran. Today we're going to talk about two lines that are very similar: Monogram versus JennAir, two premium products.
So premium in the GE with Monogram, premium in the Whirlpool line with JennAir. We're going to we'll go category by category here and kind of pick a winner on each.
Okay.
So let's start with ranges.
Well, JennAir has every kind of permutation of a range that you could possibly want. And they've got it in two series, Rise and Noir. You know, the best thing about JennAir was the party they introduced. It was the Cirque du Soleil party in New York. Fantastic. Anyway, I digress. But they have every configuration. So if you want something unique, JennAir probably has it. Whereas Monogram is focused on really the major kind of configurations, that being griddle in a 48, grill in the in different series, and they have very limited in terms of ranges. But what they got is pretty good. You know, the burners are 23,000 versus 20 on the high of JennAir.
Yep.
Both go to simmer. They both have very good technology. The Monogram's got the Heston Q. Have you used Heston Q?
I have. I've seen it. I've definitely seen it in use. We've had a demonstration on it. It's really cool. Kind of just walks you through kind of cooking it with it in companionship with the app there too. A really cool product.
Yeah, it's step by step.
Yeah.
My kid got the sensor off, and so I have the pan
without
the cube. But this works on Mac with Monogram. Monogram's got the they both have very adept with smart technology.
Yeah. Two different kind of unique styles in each brand. Like you said, with the Rise and Noir, Monogram has the minimalist and the statement, which is more their pro. I'd say it's a little scaled down on each with the GE in comparison to the JennAir. The JennAir kind of Rise is definitely a big, bulky pro, which kind of, some people love it, some people maybe kind of don't. Big grates. I think the Monogram maybe is a little bit more understated. Same thing with the minimalist there.
And I think they get the, I like the brass accents versus the brass accents in the JennAir. I don't know. I think if you like a specific range, I think a specific range is better in Monogram, but I think the selection you get with JennAir is how many of these things do they have?
For sure. And with the JennAir, one nice thing they have is in the griddle. It's that chromium infused griddle.
That's great. We have used that. Where you just wipe it down after the fact. Is that electric or gas?
Electric.
It is electric. Yeah. So you don't get the response, but once it gets up to temperature, it's fine.
And then the one thing I'd say too on Monogram, when you jump up to their dual fuel, not on every dual fuel, but on the 36-inch with the griddle, the 48 with the griddle, those ones have the really nice 7-inch LCD control screen too for some precision cooking. That's kind of step-by-step but guided cooking on there with that Q-pan, like you said, the Heston Q-pan. So I think that definitely gives you much nicer controls than what you're going to find on the JennAir, where they're really kind of no controls really on theirs. It's more kind of app-based to kind of get those features.
Yeah, I like... product for product, I like the Monogram better, but if you're looking for a specific type, Monogram may very well not have it for you. I think they have 8 or 9 of these ranges, right? So I'm going to call this a tie.
Okay, let's go with the tie.
Wait a minute. What are you going to call it?
It's close. I'd lean Monogram slightly, just because I'm a fan of the controls. I do like the kind of the guided cooking, and I think they give you that where the JennAir really doesn't per se in their ranges, but it's close. This is a close category.
It really depends. If someone wants a specific range, you may not be able to get that Monogram. But the nice thing about it, I really love the line in terms of the aesthetics, the little brass they put on the burners that's supposed to be more durable.
Yeah, and that's part of it for me too. I like the styling of the Monogram a little bit better. I think it's just a little bit more understated than the JennAir, but that, like we always say with that style, it's kind of really a personal preference
styling
thing.
is subjective.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? I like the brass doors on the Monogram, but I'm calling it a tie.
All right, let's go tie. Refrigeration?
Okay, we're talking about Pro and columns, right?
Yep.
For Pro, I think the Monogram's better. 2 compressor versus 1 on the JennAir. It depends which one you're going with. The Pro, I think the Monogram's a little bit better. I like the lighting a little bit better. I like the fact that under each shelf, the airflow, where it goes, the turbo cool and the turbo thaw, and the shelf's a nice idea if you want to chill, or if you want to express thaw some chicken, you can do that without putting it on your countertop. I have a cat.
Yep. Got to keep it away from the cat. We get it. We get it.
So I happen to like that. I think, in terms of refrigeration, I think Monogram is a little better with the columns as well.
Yeah.
But again, both, this is a really close comparison.
Yeah, for sure. The new built-ins bottom freezers are kind of just starting to launch now with Monogram. Their new columns have been out for about a year. I really like the columns, the stainless steel interior, like you said, that vent that kind of helps keep the air circulation going throughout. Cool little feature with the water pitcher in there as well that kind of automatically fills, so you always have a full pitcher of filtered water in there. The JennAir, ever since that JennAir came back a few years back, it's definitely been very... one side or another with that too, because it has that black Obsidian interior, which, some people open it.
That was their new feature.
Love it. Some people open it and just shut the door right away. So it's definitely a love it or hate it thing, because it definitely is much darker on the interior.
I don't get it. I mean, just make a better fridge.
Yeah.
Who cares what it looks like on the inside? But
yeah.
But I think on this one, I like the Monogram a little better.
Yeah, me too. I think they have better features too in the columns. They have the temperature controlled drawer there with the express thaw. That's kind of cool, like you said. So yeah, I definitely lean Monogram there. So next, let's go dishwashers.
Well, you're probably getting them free, aren't you? If
you're going a full package.
If you get a full package, you're getting either one of them free. So which free dishwasher you like? I don't understand the Monogram. I like it's funny, I like the profile that you can get for $900. Somehow the Monogram looks very similar at $2,000, but you're getting it for free. Yeah. So, I like, the bottle washes, but we debunked that theory in the dishwasher comparisons. I like the silverware washes, which was debunked in the last thing. So I don't think you need either one of them. Monogram wash is just fine, but I happen to like the JennAir a little bit better.
Yeah, very similar to the KitchenAid. Exactly.
Dishwasher.
They have that really nice deep third rack too in the higher end model where you can really fit larger bowls and pretty much anything.
You have the fourth rack kind of thing with the 4 sprays.
Yeah.
I think both are going to wash your dishes. I think the JennAir is just a little better.
Yeah, I'd agree. Go JennAir.
But you're getting either one of them free, so you get a pretty good deal.
Final category, let's talk wall ovens.
I'm not sure about any of them when it comes to steam or speed. I think for steam, for me, it's Wolf, Miele. They make it easier. In terms of wall ovens, I think the Monogram is good looking. I like the JennAir. I like that interface where it gives you the pictures of everything you cook before it's cooked.
Yeah, the culinary center they have there.
Center,
yeah.
I think that's good. Both wall ovens. I mean, in terms of wall oven, it's an oven. So you're going to have very similar outputs and everything else, but I like the controls on the JennAir a little bit better.
Yeah, and they both kind of have those 2 different levels, kind of the entry level with slim down controls, and they have the higher end that has kind of the larger 7-inch controls really with both, just like in the Monogram and the JennAir. The Monogram, again, just like the ranges, give you that precision cooking, which kind of is that step-by-step guided cooking a bit. Not quite to the level that the JennAir gives you. Monogram, I think, has a really nice convection system, especially in that X series where it kind of draws everything in through the dual convection fan, and even for single rack cooking, kind of pushes it kind of over the top as opposed from the back. So if you're cooking with one pan, one rack, kind of a little bit nicer there too. Both really good here as well, I'd say.
You want to do another draw, you think?
It's a tough one. I'd probably go draw here. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure everyone glad they tuned in to watch us not pick anything today. But there it is. I mean, it depends what features you want.
Yeah.
For the range, really, which is the signature piece for both. Depends on what kind of functionality you want for the wall oven, whether it's the culinary center versus probably the more elegant convection system of the Monogram.
The French door in the Monogram too, wall oven. So that's a really nice feature there.
Yeah, they have. That's right. They have the French door. They have Advantium technology, which is the cooking by light. We have it up in our lunchroom with the microwave. That works with cooking by light as well. So it really depends on what you're looking for. I call this one a draw almost.
All right, we got a draw here. Tap it in.
Okay. Well, so ends an indecisive episode of Monogram versus JennAir. If you like the content, click and subscribe, and thanks for watching.